friends. Good evening, one and all. Hope your Sunday evening is going well. Unless it's not Sunday evening, in which case I hope that's going well. Threech, is it Sunday evening for you?
Oh, it sure is over on the East Coast, Best Coast. We are just after 10 p.m., and I am excited to be here for another Speed Gaming weekly Zelda 1 randomizer race. It's going to be a good one.
Well, it's Sunday evening for me as well, and it's going pretty well because we get to enjoy the Z1R weekly, and it's a little bit of a revisit to one of the past tournaments. Kind of a stepped up Pentaforce. So we're going to need 5 Triforces to get into level 9 tonight. But that's not all we're going to need because Ganon is required.
Not just a forced cannon in these seeds, but also important items are going to be present in 9 too, or at least they could be. So we are going to see some real challenge for these runners tonight. But Triton, that's not all they're going to see tonight because dungeon numbers are also hidden.
Well, that would be something that they don't see, not
Uh,
that they see.
who's counting really?
I am,
Okay, fair enough. So we
as long
got
as it
5.
doesn't involve math.
Exactly. Well, I can count to 5. I'm pretty confident in that, and I'm sure that these runners can as well. So they're going to need 5 Triforces to get into 9. Ganon is required. Important items can be in 9. We've got Heart Shuffle on as well. And we're going to see, I think, a few other interesting effects that are coming on here. So everyone should stay tuned and wait for these runners to get started because things might accelerate quickly.
Yeah, so when you only need 5 Triforces to get into 9, then you're not going to be too particular about where you get them from. You're just going to take the easiest 5 you can get and let that be it. Now, tracking down the items that's a bit of a thing because you know you're going to need the bow, you know you're going to need the silvers. Now, are you going to need the ladder in level 9? Maybe, maybe not. Are you going to need it to maybe pick up the coast item? Maybe, maybe not. But when you start thinking about exploring level 9, okay, there's 2 items checks. We got an item check with the white sword item and an item check with the coast item. That's 4 spots. You know, that's a good number. And if you catch another 6 or 7 along the way, just hunting for Triforces, you're going to get the majority of them covered. So chances are you're going to 9 needing 1 item.
Think you got a solid bet there, and it'll be interesting. And it's always the seeds where you don't find the ladder when something like silvers is going to be on the coast. So that we'll have to see how it plays out for the runners tonight. But definitely an interesting combination of flags here that's going to lead to, I believe, some chaos.
To clarify a couple things in chat, yes, the ladder is required to get the coast item, but it's not necessarily required for completing the seed that you need the ladder under these flags. It's significantly more possible to not have a ladder required, and also it is any of the 5 Triforce pieces that will allow you access to level 9. You can get them 1 to 5, you can get 1, 5, 8, 7, 3, you can do whatever makes you happy as long as you get them. And we are going to see our runners off and on the move. Also, thanks, Kairos, for tracking this evening. I'll make it the start of the show instead of waiting a bit later.
So we're just starting northeast of Vanilla Start, and we head in the cave to find a medium secret that is not entirely unkind. 39 rupees, not too bad there.
That's very decent, and it's a first quest overworld, only 8 for the small, but that's still not bad.
So you can see some of the runners are already going over to check level 3. I think we'll get a screen scroll over there from Eat My Steel to check what's in that open level. And we find Mags immediately in that open cave. It's going to be a while before we see that, if at all.
Yeah, but being near start makes it a lot more likely that we will see Magic Sword picked up because it's going to be so easy to go back to it. 60 for a blue candle is going to be important. Also, to clarify, it's a first quest mixed overworld. And hey, there's our wood sword.
Hey, nice find right off the bat. And we do have rupees affect speed, so the more rupees that these racers pick up, the faster they're gonna go. So it's a good thing for speed, but not a good thing for control all the time.
That's a bomb shop up there, which is not bad to have reasonably close to start, so could come into play if you're in a bad spot later
Yeah,
on.
definitely nice to find those early for sure, so you know where they are. So arrows at 97, it's not too bad. Already we've picked up some money, so that's pretty promising. Bombs at 27, not great, but it could be worse.
And plus or minus 2 HP, so these the blue dudes just take a lot of hits with only a wood sword.
Those are some beefy blue Octoroks. Yep, and we've got an any road here on Eat My Steel side. We'll see where that takes us.
Into the desert.
Oh, right next to it. That's not a very helpful road.
Well, it throws a couple of recorder spots out, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. Whenever you can reduce your required items.
Absolutely. Now, we're seeing a southwest corner check, which we don't always see off the bat, and Eat My Steel is the first into a dungeon here, so... Ooh,
That's a very affordable bomb.
That sure is. Already over halfway there. Alright, so we see Fury and Chest Jerk in the any road as well.
Now, for most of our runners, lately they've been doing the SG Live flags to, of course, be prepared for that tournament, which is ongoing. There's our bait block. So this is going to be a very different game plan for you when you've been doing the same thing for a couple of weeks and all of a sudden you're doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're used to training for different flag sets, it's always kind of jarring to come up to a different one. But I'm sure we'll still have a good race between all of these runners tonight. So
I would play a game of having chat guess the level, but that assumes we could actually find out which level that it is in a timely manner.
that is an invitation to chaos, but still a good challenge.
Well, how about this? Chest Jerk is going to farm some ghosts. Now, of course, the way this works is the original ghost is the only one you can damage. You kill it, you kill them all, and it's a way you can farm money. And they choose to cooperate, but that was a pretty uncooperative batch for Chest Jerk.
I've heard the best way to farm for rupees in this game is to hit all of those tombstones, go up to them and say, "Give me my money!" I'm so sorry. We still have no indication here which dungeon this is that Fury's in, but it looks like, not super fruitful so far. Those blue Octoroks really proven an issue here. They would be nice for bomb farming, but bomb farming, but right next to all these blue Lionels. Pretty nasty overworld so far.
Now, Fury was the first one in here, but he was the only one without a sword, so we didn't get to see too much of it. I'm sorry, reverse that. Eat My Steel was the first one in here and was without a sword. Fury, having the sword, has the potential to do a little bit more damage in this level.
Yep, and it's nice. Chest Jerk heading up on Death Mountain or slightly adjacent to it with 8 bombs. It's a nice spot to be in, especially because you have a lot of potential for finding some shops. Also, unfortunately, potential for finding door repair charges. So it just depends on what kind of luck Chest Jerk is able to get up here on Death Mountain.
And you are definitely not going to be able to up A out of these messages. Oh, we saw a white sword item? Thanks to a sharp-eyed tracker for that. I was looking at Fury exploring. So, enough hearts will get you the red candle. Not required, but useful and may cause you to save your money and not buy a blue candle.
Yep. Nice to have repeatable damage in multiple farms, especially if you get something like red bubbles and they take away your sword. You want to have a backup, so red candle is a nice find.
And the magic key out of this level.
Ooh,
Little
nice.
surprised Fury is still digging it after having already got an item out of it.
Yeah, 3 hearts and wood sword is not where I'd want to be in a room full of blue dark nuts, but we'll see Fury taking this route and seeing if he can take him down. Getting a
But
little bit.
always magic key early is a great thing to have. It really opens up a lot of exploration.
Yep, and nice if you get into 9 early and you haven't had a chance to collect a lot of keys. It's a great find.
My Steel was able to pick up the wood sword a little bit later than everybody else did, but you know, you get it in the first 10 minutes of the seed, and that's not bad.
Yep, if you can find it before the 30-minute mark, I think you're in good shape.
Chat thinks blue dark nuts rolled up. Of course they did. Why wouldn't they? What do you think? Blue dark nuts are gonna roll down randomly? That's nonsense.
I mean, you never know. Game could be merciful. So, chest jerk finding...
We're talking about the same game, right?
You know what? You got a good point. Alright, in chat, also confirming we got a heart on the coast, it seems. So, that's good for a ladder requirement, potentially, but we'll have to see. Could be other ladder blocks in here. Any real circumstances could lead to it.
If you like to root for an ultimate troll, then you would root for ladder not being required for anything except that Zelda's in a boat room.
Yep. Ooh, that 8 small secret is just so rude. But we've got plenty left to go.
It's not bad, considering that the medium is up, and still haven't seen the large, but it's first quest Overworld, so...
Yep, I think Chest Jerk actually just picked up the large secret at 85, so it's...
Well, that's a little disappointing.
Yeah, a little bit. But that's a speed boost.
There's a map of this one level that we've been exploring with various runners so far.
Yep, and Fury unfortunately just taking a little bit more damage than they could handle, so... might opt out of the dungeon at this point. Yep.
And we do have another level up here for Spinosaurus. I think this was the most northeast screen. The nor'easter? I don't know. Northeaster?
Sounds about right. Ooh, check out that bomb upgrade that Chest Jerk just picked up for an extra 5 for 88. That is definitely a steal.
That is a very good bargain.
Spinosaurus ending with a pretty linear level here, all things considered. Depending, it might have a transport staircase, but probably we'll just see some item pickup in here. Oh, nope, there's the transport.
Did it literally just go one room?
Probably did.
Maybe. I always want to take a transport staircase and see where it comes out before I roll it out. But I'm not good at this, so don't listen to me.
No, you know what? It's everyone's definitely got their own philosophy for how to progress through these levels, especially when you're making progress in level 9. So that's I feel like everyone's got a different approach to it.
This is going to be interesting for Fury going in with the magic keys, so be able to open some doors that Spinosaurus may not be able to.
Yeah, we are seeing quite a few key restrictions. Looks like Chest Jerk has found another level over here.
Went away from it pretty quickly, though. That surprises me.
Yep, so here's unless there's another Pepto-Bismol level, Fury SK in the same level as Spinosaurus. So there's where you were talking about the key blocks. We should see a little bit more progress here.
Yeah, when you have all the keys, there's no reason not to pop the door open and see what you can find. Alright, who's gonna find the Armos item? Which we've seen 2 of those locations so far, not turn anything up. And Spinosaurus pulled off the Canana key. Ooh, go back, Spinosaurus, because it's not saved.
Oh. Blue Landmos are so disappointing when you walk into a room and that's what you see, especially if the door closes behind you. It's just no good.
Chat saying Armos was a heart. I thought we had said that the coast was a heart, and I guess they're both hearts, so there was my confusion. Just you're booking it with this 161 rupee speed.
It's almost unbelievable to see. You're so used to seeing the vanilla game and playing the vanilla game. The rupee effect speed flag is just it's pretty silly. But Gesture definitely using it to the advantage of just being able to get around the map faster.
So what we learned was that below this room, where Spinosaurus is, there is one of the only caffeinated Landmolas pairs hanging out. They like to move around the screen very quickly themselves. And he is attempting to set up a Canana key here by leaving just the one left. And it'll work in a shutter door room like this. Because there's a moment where you can walk down below, but he didn't get it that time.
Ooh, unfortunately, I just aimed slightly to the left. Yep. I think Fury positively identifying, at least for our sake or for my sake, the Armos item was a heart over by Vanilla First Quest level 2.
I generally trust chat. They don't like to lie to us often. Sometimes, but not often.
New level on Chest Jerk's side. And Fury, I think, still hunting for bombs, but those blue Octoroks are not giving them up.
We got another level here for Chest Jerk. And there's the Wizrobes.
You know, we've been waiting for them.
Have we? Have
Well,
we really?
You know, they gotta be somewhere.
Do they? Do they really?
I think it's time for a quick poll in chat. Wizrobes on Overworld or Wizrobes in dungeons? What do you think is worse? You see
They can
little...
both be really nasty in the wrong spot.
It's true.
I think generally chat's going to prefer them in the overworld, because if you can screen scroll, that takes away a lot of the edge of Wizrobes. However, if you can't screen scroll and you get them in the wrong place, as Fury grabs the red candle, then running into them in the wrong overworld screen can just lock down your entire run and you can't make progress, so that can be unpleasant.
Yep. I like Spinosaurus' strategy over here. It is not exactly quick, but it is effective. Block clipping to avoid damage from the Landmolas and just taking them down one at a time.
Speaking of, he only has to actually kill one of them, but... Oof, cut that close.
Yep.
I wonder how comfortable he is with the Canana key, because he's done this twice. You gotta go back up through the doors so that it protects the unlocked state, because elsewise he's gonna have to do it again.
Right. Well, we'll see.
Or did he get a key? I missed that.
Yeah, I think Fury found that the Any key was in the gold dungeon. I think we saw first. Is that right? Yep. No, I'm just confirming the location for the Any key. Ooh. See if any of these Wizrobes are going to give bombs. Although Chest Jerk is doing pretty well at 9 bombs. That's not a bad place to be.
Better than what you start with. got a compass as well to tell him where the triforce is.
Yep.
And it looks like the keys have rolled up, but the wires themselves are not bad.
I don't think that's a terrible combo. Unfortunately, keys rolling up just can cause untold damage.
Chat pointing out we're 16 minutes in with no Triforce yet, and that is noteworthy. That's probably a little different than what you'd expect.
Yep. Oh man, that tea room chest jerk just walked into with the whiz robes, not pleasant. And no beams, don't even want to try it. So I don't know that we've seen what's at the White Sword Cave yet. It's got these 2 red Lionels just hanging out in front of it, so we'll see what Eat My Steel's got.
Walk up, Spud. Poor Spud. I think he's learned part of Banana Key, but didn't learn the whole thing.
Yeah, a lot of digging in this dungeon for not a lot of payoff so far. Alright, chat has voted dungeons are worse to have whiz robes at a pretty overwhelming margin, so appreciate the info. Oh!
There is a Triforce.
Spud is
gonna explore a little more first. I don't blame him, especially if the enemy set's not treating you bad.
Yeah, Spudazor is picking up the ladder, which is really nice. Not only that, but after a series of really difficult block clips at a higher speed, that may play to Spudazor's advantage, but we'll have to see where the seed takes us.
That really is a payoff that can do several things. One, he's got the extra heart now on the coast, which could give him the white sword item, which, if he hasn't seen it yet, could still potentially be anything. And there's also that you're not going to get blocked out by the ladder for the rest of the seed. Sometimes that may open a faster path than what you could walk around as well. And there's still the river spots we haven't seen.
Yep. Interesting choice. Spudazorus does not opt for the blue candle there in the tea canny, but we know that the red candle is accessible as the white sword item, so I think with the number, since Fury has it at 5 hearts, Spudazorus is going to be good to pick that up, but interesting play not to choose the blue candle in the take any.
No, 5's location, a small secret. And this is a dungeon that looks like it just loves to pull at your key count, but Chester finds the raft. That could matter.
Blinding speed.
Prepare for ludicrous speed. Not for Fury, though. He's purchased the blue ring.
So that's going to offer that extra layer of protection and take the speed down to a reasonable clip.
You don't see blue ring purchases that often in these rando races. I don't hate the play. Do whatever you need to do. Or, not even need, but whatever makes it more comfortable for you. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
So I think a lot of what we've gotten so far is sort of the eastern side of the map, especially, we're all of the runners kind of holding off on Death Mountain exploration. Definitely don't blame them for that. And there's Spudazorus grabbing the red candle.
It's gonna pay off that he hadn't picked up a blue candle yet. Now what can you do with it? What can Eat My Steel do with this level that is very infested with whiz robes?
Yeah, it's horrible. Oh, the keys. It's just insult to injury.
Yeah, the Vires aren't bad. They were going down to just the one bomb, but then when you get the keys, they've gone up in the HP. And I've often said that's one of the most disorienting things in random HP to me, is when something that you're just used to being a total pushover is taking multiple hits. You're just not prepared for that mentally.
Yep, and there's Chester's Triforce out of this level. We should be able to identify that from a menu, I believe, but we'll have to see.
That should be 6.
Yep, so there's 1 out of 5 for Chester. Good progress, but yeah, 21 minutes in, and we're almost 22 minutes, and just 1 triangle to be seen.
Between 4 runners.
Yep.
So that's like 88 minutes of gameplay with 1 Triforce.
Now, Trenton, what did we say earlier about doing math?
That wasn't math, that was an observation.
And a good one at that. So this is it's a little bit more, I think, than or a little bit more drawn out than what we typically see in these types of races. But you know, we'll start seeing progress pick up here too.
We've seen, I think, 4 dungeons now. So once you have that, you're kind of in a position where just a little bit will really break the floodgates open. Like right now, most of our runners didn't have the keys or the bombs for exploration. Well, we've seen a bomb upgrade that's very reasonable and very effective, and we've seen the magic key. So the tools are there, in particular that set up Fury well.
Yeah, absolutely. And the early sword find, it really can't be overstated. That is so helpful in this kind of seed too. Just you want to make sure that you have something to attack things with. So that on top of the red candle, again, just for an offensive advantage. They're all kind of on an even playing field right now. Fury, I'm sure, grateful to have both the any key and the blue ring.
Hopefully Chestjerk is prepared for ludicrous speed, because that's what he's got going on with max rupees. Fred will appreciate that reference later.
Level 9.
Alright, it's definitely good to know where that is. You will certainly need it eventually.
Yep, so quick check by Fury there. Can you hear Ganon from either of the first 2 rooms? Always kind of a nice thing to have in your back pocket.
Assuming you have a back pocket to keep it in.
It's true. Oh, we got another level on Fury's side, a green one this time.
I feel like we've seen several of the longer ones already, so it felt like we were due for a shorter one. And this does look like a shorter one to me. And importantly, that means you're going to definitely be looking for floor drops.
Yep. And the Wizrobes are going to be looking for excuses to send a beam right your way, which unfortunately Fury has just met.
Got a bomb on the floors. This is not an item. Compass on the floor. That'll tell him where the Triforce he's looking for is, because he is certainly looking for that. Chestjerk's gonna grab a ladder.
Yeah, 255 rupee speed. I don't think you're going to try a block clip at that point. You have to get very, very lucky.
Fury definitely wiping out these easy enemy rooms to see what he can get to drop, and that is a heart container so far.
Yep. Ooh, runs into a ladder block, but there may be another way to get there. Probably is.
Not this way, though.
Yep.
Was that just a key block or something this way? Well, he doesn't have key block, never mind. He just didn't want to go back. Okay.
Yep, there it is. And we got Chestjerk digging out this pink dungeon from earlier that we saw Sputasaurus in for quite a while. So maybe is able to make a little bit more progress here. Finds the Triforce on that, I think, blue landmo room.
Yeah, he got the ladder, and makes sense that he would just take the triforce and move on. But he checked one room away because that doesn't really cost you anything. And if that happens to be like the silver arrows that Fury just found...
Most excellent find on the floor there. Wow. That is one more thing you don't have to search for in 9, and that is very good.
Yeah, checks along the way are very powerful when you're talking about these limited triforces to get into 9. And Rupee's guarded the triforce. Fury's going to be done with this level. Unless he like looks at it and sees it's 1 or 2. In which case he'd go back in. But I think we're sure, or thinking that it's 3. No, that's 2. So he saw one of 2 floor drop items, but not going to chase the other.
Yep, you've got something you definitely need. Might be worth your time to just go off and try to find some additional dungeons. But really, having found the Triforce out of there, you need to go pick 4 other ones up. So it's a good time to move.
And that was 6 for Eat My Steel.
Excellent point from chat as well, that there was a heart on the floor in level 2. Or, yeah, the level 2 that Fury SK was just in.
So you saw 2 hearts in the level, is what you're saying?
No, heart and silvers. And yes, heart shuffle is on to answer chat.
Gotcha. Okay.
I feel like it's blink and you miss it. It's a very fast seed. And not just on Chester's side.
He was totally done. Look at these runners flying through with those high rupee counts.
Yep. Spinosaurus picking up a compass in this level. It's always a good find. I think that those are always handy to have.
They can do a couple of things for you. In particular, you can move towards the Triforce and hope to find the item along the way. Sometimes that just makes routing choices that much easier. Especially when you only have, like, 1 key.
That is true. None of the other runners yet having dug that level that contains the any key, so Fury's still got a pretty solid advantage there.
And we'll see if he's able to make it pay off in this dungeon.
Chester just moving so fast up the mountain, doesn't even need to screen scroll, basically just zooming up the ladders.
Not sure if we've seen these river spots, if anything was there.
Yeah, we had one of the runners was up at the White Sword spot earlier.
But you have to not only be here, but be here with the ladder. And Spinosaurus looking to try and Kananaki again. And that high HP geese, it'll mess with you, but he got it!
Just has to go back through that door.
This is a room where he may end up doing that anyways, because if you kill a Wizrope and step out, then it won't respawn, which is a handy thing to do when you need a little help with the combat.
Yep. And Fury on the second Triforce, 30 minutes in. Steals it from a Leg.
Alright, that wasn't a new level that Spinosaurus found, but
Nope.
we didn't see any exploration of it before.
These blue Wizropes really giving Eat My Steel a hard time here, as they are wont to do.
They can give you the business. And they have given Eat My Steel the business. Gonna have to do more there. Spinosaurus now has picked up the bomb upgrade, and that's probably gonna be a very welcome sight.
That is a great purchase. For 5 at 88. Eat My Steel bombing, smoking a Dodongo there in that diagonal room is a really pretty difficult thing to do, especially given such a confined space. So nice bomb recovery there.
So far, feels like Spuzzora's could do a lot more, but just has been key blocked a bunch and has pulled off a couple of those Kanana keys, but it's not quite the same as having the magic key and not caring about the doors. But, oh, by the way, while I was looking elsewhere, Chester found the other bomb upgrade.
Yeah, but how about having the magic key and 18 bombs? I think that would probably work for any runner.
That is not something you're going to turn down if offered. That is a lot of explosives.
Yep, so I think this is a new dungeon. I missed where it was on the overworld map, but I think this is a new dungeon that Chesterk is in. And
It's
finds
the
the bow!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in no mode. Because we have 9. So now all our runners need is to collect enough triforces, collect the bow out of the level that Chesterk is in, and collect the silvers out of level 2. And we know where the ladder is if that happens to be required as well, so we have entered no mode at 32 minutes.
Chat pointing out what I was thinking too. What if there's a Dig Dogger block? The only thing I can conceivably realize would be if the recorder is needed. If there's a Dig Dogger in 9 or in one of the levels. Although if it's in one of the levels, you could probably just go find another one, but it's still kind of difficult.
Yeah,
So let's just hope for not that.
In 9 blocking Zelda somehow.
Zelda actually turned into a Goma. It was all very awkward. We don't talk about it much.
Okay. But yeah, we have 4 confirmed Triforce. Yeah, 2, 5, 6, 8. So we just need to pick up 1 more. And on the assumption that we can do that without any additional items, then I stand by my assessment of no mode.
I like it. I think it's optimistic. So Fury's gonna have to go get the bow, but has the silvers. So Fury and Chesterk each with a piece of the puzzle, but not a complete one yet.
Chat's still trying to root for the troll, which would be a whole lot easier if we didn't know where 9 was. If it could still be blocked by something, that would be different.
Yep. These blue dark nuts looking a lot easier now with 18 bombs, I'm sure.
It's a nice room to fight them in as well. This is probably the best room you can fight dark nuts in. And the reason I say that is because the blocks make them turn, and when they turn, you get openings to hit them. So the 2 block is pretty well the just right combination of there's a block to make them turn, and there's not blocks taking away my space to walk around and hit them.
Anything that gives you a little bit more combat against the dark nuts is a very good thing. So the dungeon that Chester just picked up a Triforce out of, not sure on the number, I think it might be 5, did have a ladder block. It was in a moat room with Dodongos, so interesting little tidbit there.
The one to the left would have been 5, to the right would have been 7. I didn't see which one he just got, but it would either be 5 or 7.
Okay, chat affirming that it is 7.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we're seeing some of the Northwest Death Mountain checks up here from Fury.
We still have level 1 that we know of. So that theoretically means a shorter, easier dungeon is out there.
Yep, and we're seeing the river checks here from Chesterk. Nothing super fruitful. As Chesterk heads up to Death Mountain, and Spinosaurus grabbed the map for this level. You'd think at the beginning, oh, it's only 5 triforces. How difficult could it be? And then you have to hunt down the 5 triforces. And it turns out it's more tricky than you think.
Well, that's really what they were going for with these flags. And even if you knew the dungeon numbers, I don't think you're gonna turn your back on a dungeon once you're already in it.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. So we've seen quite a few river rooms, it feels like, or maybe that's just been when I've been looking at each different runner. So the ladder, definitely a fortunate thing to have. Not sure if it's strictly required yet, but still knowing that there is a ladder block for that Triforce. Good thing to have picked up.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where even when ladder's not technically required, it may still be useful. And it's hard to say whether it's fully required or not. But Spinosaurus has found the bow. So, ladder bow is something that looks very good right now.
Yeah, definitely a peace of mind thing when you've picked up the bow, and it's not a 9 as we've discussed. We see Fury in that tea room that Eat My Steel was having some trouble with earlier. These blue whiz robes are relentless.
I feel like for our runners, it's going to be pretty hard to miss the silvers. Just because this is one of the shorter dungeons, you're not going to want to miss the drops. And I think they were just sitting on the floor on the way to the Triforce anyways.
Yep. Yeah, there was no enemies needed to be killed for the silvers, which is really, really nice. Like you said, you can't really miss them.
Chad would like to know about the speed of the runners, and the higher the rupee count, the faster they're moving. That is a very recent feature that Fred spent a good bit of time last year working on it.
Yep. And I apologize, I think I might have misspoken.
Here's our required ladder. Ladder's required for silvers.
Yep, there it is. And yeah, chat pointing out, I did misspeak that the dodongos were required in order to get the silvers on the floor.
Well, then I may have spoken too soon about the silvers. Okay. We'll just enjoy what's going on. We got the in-sync Triforce pickups for Spinosaurus and Chest Jerk. Our 2 runners that have found the bow and ladder so far.
Yep. And Chest Jerk really just needs 1 Triforce left. And, assuming no other blocks, is pretty much able to make a beeline straight for Ganon and then Zelda.
What is Spinosaurus looking at here? Oh no. I think he thinks this is 8. If you're looking at the map of how the Triforces could break down, there's 2 scenarios in which this placement could be the 8. One of them is if it's all second quest, so obviously that's not in play. But there's another scenario where this positioning could have been 8. I think he's gone back in here thinking this is 8, and he's looking for 2 more items.
Oh, might be looking for a staircase. Man, Fury is still going for this blue whiz robe room. I don't think Spinosaurus is particularly impressed by that meat block, so bombs down and is able to get into this moat room. Again, great time to have a ladder. As Eat My Steel then picks up the bow as well.
Gonna be very happy about the bow. Spinosaurus may have been taking a moment to consider building a 10 count, because you can certainly do it against the bait block. But, yeah, well, actually, I'm not sure that's true. You can do it against hint men. Not hit, hint. But he had enough bombs, so wondered if he was pondering that, but then said, no, I'm full on bombs, we're fine.
Yep, did get to pick up that bomb upgrade earlier, so... okay, we got Eat My Steel in this room. And this is the ladder requirement, so that is quite disappointing for Eat My Steel to get to that moat room and then realize, oh, can't pick up the triangle.
Is that a heart there for Spinosaurus? No, that was the magic key. Okay, so again paid off.
Sure did, yep. And Chesterk, it looks like, is heading up to level 9, has the 5 required Triforce pieces, and has the bow and silvers. Is not able to pick up Magical Sword. But does want to grab a potion on the way.
Fury just grabbing the Triforce out of 2. Minimum hearts, not enough for Mags. Shame. I just did my first SG Live tournament call the other day, and we had a runner get first sword Mags at 10 minimum.
That is a fantastic pickup. What a great feeling, too.
Not when you're the one who had to get 10 hearts without a sword.
That's true. Alright, so Chesterk is in level 9.
Alright, what madness will this be?
Immediate Ganon.
Ganon in his room, in fact. But 0 HP Ganon, so goes down very easily to the sword and arrow. But now the game of hide and seek begins for Gesture.
I was gonna say, watch me say that, and then Zelda's in the next room, but yeah, I feel like it might be a little bit more difficult than that. 9 is not usually a friendly level.
The biggest thing we're looking for is a shutter door that will automatically open despite enemies being in the room. Other than that, you know, compass would be nice.
Yep, map, also a good find. Chat, really wishing for some evil things here. Zelda recorder blocked, recorder power bracelet blocked. And Fury is gonna pick up the bow as well, which means that Fury 2 Triforces away from being able to enter level 9.
Just sort of the way this has gone, we got the sword early, then it felt like it took almost 20 minutes to really get things going after that. We had 1 Triforce between the 4 runners at that point, and then they just started to chip away at it everywhere, make some progress. And then at 32 minutes, we knew as viewers where everything we needed was, having found the bow, the silvers, and ladder, and enough dungeons.
Yeah, definitely escalated quickly there.
As you do. I mean, they built up the rupee count, the ludicrous speed was engaged.
Chesterk, I think, is being forced to take a few of these transport staircases just because the walls are impenetrable and there's a little bit of Swiss cheese going on in the northwest corner.
I am different from most, it seems, in that I much prefer to take the transports in 9 when looking for Zelda as opposed to Ganon. If nothing else, I want to actually map that this staircase A leads to B and actually know where those go so that I'm not looking in the same thing twice.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the greatest challenges I have found in video games is tracking level 9 in Zelda 1 Randomizer. I'm not sure what it is, but something about it just breaks my brain in half. So Chesterk is basically bombing everywhere. This is a very, very good time to have the any key and 18 max bombs.
So if you're showing us that Zelda doesn't know how to hide. And boy does she.
There was a shutter door in that room, but it was not open. So I think this, the level that Spinosaurus is in, if I'm remembering this correctly, and it's the same level I'm thinking about from earlier, this was a pretty quick Triforce.
Then Molos aside.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But when you can shoot in the silver arrows, they do go a little bit faster.
Alright, so Chasjerk is searching some of these rooms on the eastern side just to basically go through where is there a shutter door, just to eliminate the possibilities. Oop! Tries to get the quick Patra skip, and unfortunately just takes a little bit more damage than they can handle, so Chasjerk has to start over in the southwest corner one more time. Yeah, no Dig Doggers in 9 so far.
Apologize, I was trying to find a link for one of our people in chat, but I'm not having any luck with that, so if someone who's hanging out in chat feels like getting a link for the tournament page schedule, if you would please be so kind as to post that in chat, it would be appreciated. But that's for Speed Gaming Live, which the group play is going on now. Hi, Patra. Yeah, I do believe that Patra means no Dig Doggers 9. Which means no recorder block.
Right. And look at that potion coming in handy. It's a good time to have it.
Die to a Patra if you don't have to. A double shutter door like that will never lead to Zelda, unless it was Ganon's room.
Another transport staircase. Let's see. Yeah, Eat My Steel also doing some damage and exploration up here on Death Mountain as well. You know what this level 9 needs? Another Patra.
Always more Patra. Hey, let me throw out another trick of Twitch that I haven't brought up in a while, so it's probably good to revisit every once in a while. You can actually follow Legend of Zelda as a game, the same way you would follow a streamer. So if you look below the stream and you see the title of the stream, Zelda 1 Randomizer Weekly Race, and then underneath that you got Legend of Zelda, open that up in a new tab, click the heart to follow it, and then you can browse the whole category and see everybody who's streaming under that. At any time you're on, you can see if maybe a runner who's new to you is playing a little Z1. You can see if a tournament race is going on. All kinds of fun stuff like that.
I can confirm I found some of my favorite Zelda runner followers on that are using that method. So it's one of 2 games that I follow, and yeah, if you're interested in seeing some of these races, or even just some casual playthroughs, a lot of folks going for, you know, different records and different personal bests at this point with different categories of Z1. Definitely a good chance to check that out. Yeah, it's a Twitch feature. I always forget it exists. So there's Eat My Steel, picking up another Triforce. And Fury just needs one more, that tea room one more time.
Chester has spent a significant amount of time in this 9 since defeating Ganon. Which often suggests that you're dealing with a magic staircase scenario.
Yep. Can you bomb out of the old man room?
Not to the north.
I think that Zelda being in level 4 is actually part of a different flag set, so sorry to disappoint, chat. Pretty sure she's got to be in level 9. Yeah, you might be right on the money there with the magical staircase thing here.
There's
So
a big old block of rooms that we haven't been able to get to.
Yep. So there's either some linear progression there or some particularly nasty staircases. Or both.
Why not? This is Randomizer.
Alright, there's a bomb down and some progress over to the east, which is part of what we haven't seen yet, so might be good progression for Chest Jerk. Fury making
Zigzag pattern so far.
Yep.
It continues. But you don't want to miss out any of these rooms. You want to see every one of these rooms if the adjacent room is a shutter door. Like that. And there
Such
we go!
as that.
The zigzag pace off. Chest Jerk has found Zelda and is our first place tonight with a time of 52 minutes 39 seconds. GG's all over the place, chat. They're already on top of it.
Awesome work by Chest Jerk.
And what was the recorder tune tonight?
What do they say? When in doubt, something from Final Fantasy. And you know what? Wouldn't be mad about it.
I didn't actually hear it, but I still want to know what it was. It was Kefka FF6. You called it.
There it is. Hey,
Chest Jerk.
Good evening.
So, you
GG.
pulled off
Thank
that magic key pretty early. And,
I did.
Felt like things went well from there.
Yeah, I was hesitant to spend my last key in, what level was that? 7, I guess. And eventually went back, spent the key, found the any key inside of Stalfos, I think it was, and after that, pretty simple. And just locked into the bow and silvers. That always helps.
They had a pretty good positioning tonight. In fact, we were only 22 minutes. No, I'm sorry, that was a different mark. We were about 32 minutes in when we, watching, knew where everything was.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm still missing, I think, 2 dungeons, but I'm guessing they weren't required, since I didn't find them.
I think that's every dungeon we've seen, so they may have been blocked and hidden somewhere. But
Although I do have 2 levels marked as level 5 on my map, so that's always fun.
You know, they both could be level. Who knows?
I
Level
know,
5 just does
guaranteed one of them is level 5 for sure. The other one, not so much. But in that level 5, I got the triforce in that dungeon. Oh, that was 8. Okay, so that was 8. And then this must have been 2. Okay, I'm fixing my Z helper as we speak. There we go. Now we're doing better. So 2, 8, 9, 7, and 6, and 5. And I found whatever that other dungeon was. That was heavily blocked by Wizrobes, decided to nope out of there. No idea what dungeon that was. It had to be either 1 or 3 or 4, I guess. In the forest, below the other 2 dungeons. In that
we
cluster.
didn't get 1, so we did have 3. Not sure if it was that one or not.
Was 3 guarded by Wizrobes in a tea room? 'Cause that was the one I noped out of.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah.
Okay. I just happened to mark it as 3, and I guessed correctly.
Yeah,
Gotta
it's a
love it
brutal
when that-
room.
Yeah, that was a room with 3 hearts, wood sword. Like, yeah, nope, come back later if I have to.
Yep, you are not the first and not the last person to get tripped up on that room. We've seen 2 of the runners in there already. Eat My Steel and Fury definitely spending some time in there.
It's a good room to get the heck out of Dodge. I'll say that.
Yeah. Hey, what'd you think about that backloaded level 9?
Yeah. Well, this is the second seed I played today because I played my SGL race this afternoon, and yeah, that race had a similar problem, except that Zelda was easily found, and Ganon was hiding in some remote corner of 9, and at least one staircase was required to get to him. So it was the exact opposite this time, where he was literally guarding the level, and yeah, just had to find the princess.
Zelda was just chilling out in a corner.
Of course, as you would expect.
Awesome. So, what flag do you think from this set that was chosen, that Mr. Dunlo selected for the week? What do you think made the biggest difference?
I mean, for me, hidden dungeon numbers always cost me time because it messes with my tracking so much. But yeah, I mean that's I mean I've learned to deal with that one, so it's not so bad now. Rupee speed is always an interesting flag for sure, because it definitely, it's nice to zip around the overworld as fast as possible, and I had 255 rupees for a decent amount of time. But it makes you think about screen scrolling, which is either harder or impossible with speed, and knowing when to spend your money. That definitely buying both bomb upgrades, I think, helped in one way, but it was definitely something to be concerned about, because I mean you lose speed when you spend money. So it's something, and also using silver arrows, because that was my easily strongest weapon, but I was down to 30 rupees at the end. It definitely feels slow after going so fast for a long time.
Yeah, I was wondering about the purchase of the potion, whether it was deliberate to reduce the money and therefore reduce the speed by buying the red potion.
It was more safety than anything else. I mean, with no armor, I mean, bad things can happen. I mean, I guess I could have figured that I'd seen, 4 Wizrobe dungeons already, so it was unlikely Wizrobes were in 9. And it ended up being the Gorilla set, which was nice. So I probably could have done without the potion, although, I mean, my death to Patra would say otherwise. But I mean, it's always better to have that in my mind than sacrifice a little speed. And the potion wasn't egregiously expensive, so that was nice.
Yeah, Gorilla set is a good find in 9 when you've got 18 max bombs.
It's true. That's very true. And probably 100 silver arrows, right, of which many of them were used, because unfortunately, did I kill a blue Gorilla? I don't think I even tried, but the reds definitely rolled up, so that was unfortunate.
Yeah, a lot of weird balancing acts here with the way that the HP rolled, especially Keese. We were talking about that earlier, about how when Keese roll up, it's always a little bit disorienting because you think they're going to die and then they just don't.
For sure. Especially when they come out of Vires and you think, oh, I can just, stab twice and kill the Vires. Oh, wait, the red Keese said nope.
Turns out, you sure can.
Yep, that's how they get you.
Alright, so it looks like our runners, so Sputasaur is still searching for the silver arrows, but Fury and Eat My Steel are just on a Triforce hunt at this point. Fury needs 1 more, Eat My Steel needs 2. So in pretty solid shape for them to make progress to level 9, but still need to pick up a few more triangles on the way.
Fury did not get the ladder. I don't think we saw anything in 9 that would require the ladder. And there was a workaround that allowed him to
recall.
Last
I don't recall any ladder blocks per se. I know there were some ladder blocks in dungeons that I found, but
yeah, 7 had that moat room that guarded the Triforce. Yep.
But if there could just be other dungeons that are not ladder blocked. That's the beauty of Penteforce. So just have to find other dungeons.
It's true. We did have chat rooting for quite a bit of difficult behavior, like power bracelet blocking recorders, blocking Zelda.
Oh yeah, there were definitely potential there, but not this time, I guess.
Well, Chester, have you got any more group play for SG Live, or did you get all your races in?
I sure do. I did actually. My race today was only my first race. I have my rematch with Psytown from the Battle Royale finals, at which he blew me out of the water in 2 out of 3 games. Didn't even get to the 3rd game. So my revenge upon him will happen Tuesday at 10 o'clock. Restream to be determined. But I think we have commentators all lined up, so we may get that one on Restream. And then I have Eat My Steel, oddly enough, on Wednesday at 11 o'clock. So we'll see if we get any of those on.
Chat, couple of hype ones to look forward to.
Absolutely.
Are you trying to work to this Triforce?
It's a deceptively small level, deceptively difficult one, rather.
There's the recorder. It was in the Triforce room all along.
Which level is he in? Is it a level I didn't find? Because I don't remember finding a Triforce in a staircase room. Oh, that must be 3. That must be the Wizrobe level.
Yeah,
he was bombing. He was bombing the blue Wizrobes. Yeah, okay. It all makes sense now.
Does it? Does it really?
Yes, in my mind, it does.
I look at the triangle guide and pretend like I know what I'm talking about.
Once you get used to it, it's not so bad. It's even worse when you start mixing quests, where half the Triforce is first quest and half the second quest. It's even better when that happens.
That would never happen.
Never.
No.
I like how I see in the SG Live channel that I joined, they actually put the pictures of the Tringle up there. So you can never have too much information in your hands. I was interesting talking about the SG Live's flags. Spoodosaurus and I, he was the one I played against this afternoon. And there was a quirk that I didn't know about. And apparently some others did, but I was not aware. But the whole idea of blocking a dungeon is not necessarily true. The flag for the block says it blocks a dungeon or an item, meaning the white sword item. And in our seed, we had no blocked dungeons. We had a blocked white sword, and recorder blocked in the grave. And we were both confused. I watched afterwards. When we found the last level and it was not blocked by the recorder as we thought, we're thinking, did we have any level blocks? And there weren't any. And I went back and read the tooltip in the randomizer, like, oh, that's why. Because I was about to send Fred a message like, hey, Fred, your randomizer is still broken. But, as always, Fred wins again. So
Those
he always finds
tooltips.
a way.
Very handy.
Fury has apparently concluded there is a ladder block, and Battery's just flat out of bombs and needs more. And he got him, so.
I don't remember a ladder block in the first part of level 9.
Yeah, I think that was specifically a bomb
level, and I thought.
Oh, yeah, you had to bomb out of Ganon's room.
He was out of bombs. So.
Yep, that's it. That would do it.
Yep. Do love to see a 0 HP Ganon though after all of that struggle.
Especially after I whiffed on him like 8 times. I'm thinking, oh my god, this is going terrible, and all of a sudden he died. Like, oh, okay. I had forgotten about that flag. I'm curious about the path to Zelda. I found the way that didn't require a staircase, and I did pass a staircase on the way to Zelda. But I took 5 other staircases, and none of them took them anywhere near her. So, I'm curious where that other staircase goes.
Yeah, I think it ended up being a bomb hole down to the...
If he bombs down in this room, he's going to find the way. And if not, which obviously, why would he bomb there? Doesn't make any sense. Then he's going to go on a magical journey through level 9, nowhere near where her room is.
Yeah, bombing in 9 without the map is it's pretty risky, especially when you've only got 2 at the moment.
Indeed. I have enough problems bombing walls in 9 when I have the map, let alone when I don't have the map.
That's true. Alright, so eat my seal, making some good progress. Needs 1 more Triforce piece, I believe. And Spoodosaurus coming up behind as well. Needs 2 more Triforce pieces, but is up exploring Death Mountain.
Maybe we'll find one of the levels we didn't find. Actually, I'm guessing level 1 has some kind of block that we didn't see it.
It almost has to at this point, because I only have... Let me look at my map here. I've got 3 bomb spots in Death Mountain left. And then, besides that, it's Recorder and Power Bracelet and 1 raft spot. So, if it's not in the end of Death Mountain, where I didn't have to go because I already had my 5 Triforces, then yeah, it's blocked by something.
Coming in second place, Sis Crusher with a 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 1 second.
Yes, but we're only at 1:05:30, so I was waiting 30 seconds to say that.
Sis Crusher joined at, like, literally the last moment as they're about to start the race. Such efficiency. I like it.
Joined again.
Yeah. Spent the minimum amount of time available for the race. I like it.
I think we can attribute the 14-minute difference in finish to the Ruby speed exclusively. It's just so fast.
It's very fast. Oh, yes.
It did make a difference.
It's almost I mean, again, like I mentioned, it's disconcerting after a while, at first, because you're not used to it. And then you get used to it, and all of a sudden you spend money and you get slower again. Like, why am I going so slow? I don't understand. It's not sure how I feel about it.
I want to know when they're going to start allowing Rupee's effect speed in the no up and A category, because that sounds great.
I was curious to know how the strats would change and what the actual time would be.
You know, it would be interesting because you wouldn't necessarily want the speed if you want the block clipping.
This is true, but I mean, how many block clips do you have to do?
I don't know. I don't speed.
I mean, you block clip for the bow. You don't have to block clip for the bow in level 1. And you don't necessarily need the candle in 7. You can't block clip the recorder in 5. You can't block clip the ladder in 4. You can't block clip the raft in 3.
Yeah, you got a few in 9.
So, I mean, yeah, you're probably just level 9. Yeah, the patcher in level 9 would probably be the main one. But, I mean...
So, Chad has asked for a rundown of our finishers, and it goes like this. Chester finished in first place with a 52 minute 39 second time, and Siscrusher finished in second with a 106.01. And everybody else is still running.
That was
There's
a
your
well done rundown. You rehearsed that ahead of time, didn't you?
No.
It sounded like you did. You fooled me.
I did look at it beforehand, so I wasn't trying to read it blind.
That's just cheating. That's not about that.
Sure. No one said commentators can't cheat.
I mean, you literally just announced it like 10 minutes ago. Not even. Should have had it memorized.
I didn't say it in that exact way.
So it looks like Fury's running into the same kind of issues we were seeing before. Just the walls aren't doing anything, and the staircases aren't doing anything, and Fury is up in the northwest corner, looking for Zelda.
I know I discussed this with somebody after I had done a bunch of seeds especially after the new maps were introduced, when level 9 can be a lot smaller, which it isn't tonight, obviously, but it was definitely a point of discussion where when level 9 is smaller, it tends to delete a lot of bomb holes. Because I had one seed where I spent an entire complement of, 14 bombs and found absolutely nothing. And there was just one bomb hole to progress. And it definitely seems like maybe it's, could be just, my bias. But it sure seems like bomb holes are less common. But, I have no empirical data to confirm that. So, just my own personal experience.
I think for lack of anything else to blame, I'm going to blame daylight saving time.
I'm gonna hashtag blame TGE. I mean,
There it
look
is.
at
Nah,
the
that's so 2020. We don't do that anymore.
But look at the room name.
No, you can't. I mean, all right. Well, I didn't see the room name. Right? That's all right. I get what you're putting down. Okay, I'm with you on that one. If the room name hadn't been there, then okay.
For anyone watching this on VOD, the room name is Lawful Lordly Banana.
As it should be.
I mean, lawful?
Lawful kind of ruins it, because it's, I don't know about that.
I don't know where Lord Banana falls on the alignment chart. I really don't know.
I don't know any lawful Lord Bananas myself, but...
I vote for chaotic neutral.
I feel like this really needs to be a D&D character, like very strongly.
You imply that it's not already.
By now, I'm sure it is.
Fury is heading in the right direction and getting some fortunate bomb pickups here.
Unfortunately, he's not going to find... He's right above her... He was right above her room. He can't get there from this side. So, while he may look close, he's not as close as he wants to be.
It felt like right about when you were over here, you checked your in-game map and saw that one chunk of missing rooms, and that pulled you back in a different direction.
You mean just like that?
Yeah, because that was the most dense area of rooms that I could not get to. I mean, the entire southeast corner. You have to. I mean, there's one staircase, like I said, but I mean, I have no idea where that comes from. But the only way to walk there is through the southwest corner. So, and that seemed like the most. After traveling to the north side and finding absolutely nothing, it seemed the most likely answer to the question.
Oh no, I don't know if Fury bombed down from that room because I think that's where the path is.
No, he's not. He's not in the right area. He needs to be.
It was.
He needs to be left one and down one and bomb down from there.
Gotcha. Okay.
So again, he's close, but not close enough.
Yeah, it's so deceptive too.
It is. Imagine a giant wall, impenetrable, between the 6th and 7th rows, in the middle of the map. You cannot traverse through it.
I see you're describing level 9 in general.
That's pretty standard for most level 9s, yeah.
There's the red ring in 9.
Oh, nice. That would have been helpful. I'm curious where it was. I'm curious if it was a staircase that I did not take. It must be, because he's in the area where I was. Where is...
It's just about dead center. Yeah.
Oh, no, that was room I was not in.
You could go without the segment part.
I was not in that room, so I did not miss the red ring. I was looking at my map, and I took, besides the staircase on the way to Zelda that I didn't need, I took every other staircase that I found. I found 5 transports.
This actually looks pretty important considering Fury's health count and does not have a potion.
Yeah. And he's going the wrong way.
You're
going the wrong way!
Fury, you've got the magic key, and there's a path down. All those rooms. Use the magic key.
Spinosaurus is just trying to make the way up to the Triforce here. It again, one of those things that just looks deceptively close. You might just need either a lucky bomb wall or to find an alternative path.
I assume he's in that horrible level 3 as well. Looks like it. Yep, he is.
Yep.
About to find the recorder. The heavily not needed recorder. Ooh, you almost skipped it. That would have been the play if he had known.
Seems like it'd be high on the list of things you'd want, even if it's not needed. Just
for sure.
Maybe you warp back to a dungeon, look for an
It'd
item.
be a very specific set of circumstances when you see the recorder and don't pick it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you find it in the room before Zelda in 9 for some reason. That would be the reason not to pick it up. Hey, we have a 3rd finisher.
Yes, but we're not there yet.
Oh, we're not? Oh, did it just happen? I didn't see the timing. I apologize, it didn't happen.
I don't think that's how it works.
You heard nothing!
So for those curious, the way these actually work is there's a little bit of a time offset so that you can insert the commentary and make it all line up for the broadcast. So it's got to go through the runner's stream, which would already be a delay, then get picked up, then the commentary layer goes in, and then it goes out for the final broadcast. So,
And I just shattered all of that, so I apologize, Chad. I didn't mean to do it.
well, they didn't know who you meant until you said that line.
Oh. I'll just sit in the corner now. Thank you.
There's
But we did have Shaddy finish in 3rd with a 1:15.04.
Totally didn't see that coming. GG, Shaddy. Alright, now Fury's going the right way if he bombs down.
all right.
And
There
he
it
may be
is.
out of options. There we go. He's found the path.
He took kind of a zigzag path through here. Go up! You have the magic key! Go up!
Spinosaurus
Use the magic
could bomb in the right way.
Alright, here we go. On the right track. You still have the magic key. There you go. There it is. We
All
got
right.
I'm telling you, these bomb walls, they don't exist.
And Fury is going to finish in 4th place with a 116.26.
The kidnapped guards the bombs.
Hello, Fury. You have the magic key. Use it on the door.
GG, Fury.
Thanks. That was a really brutal 4. I did not
9.
the Wizrobe room.
That's fair.
Like the 9, I just didn't route it right. I mean, the combat wasn't awful, so can't complain there. But
I don't
man,
think I
oh
even
man.
found level 4. Which one was level 4? Was level 4 the one with the wizards in the tea room? I thought that was 3.
I marked it as 4 because the key spawned in the bottom right of that tea room.
Ah, good call. Good call. Yeah, I saw that room and noped out and never came back. I found my triforces elsewhere.
Every other Triforce was ladder blocked to me.
Ah, well then you should have found the ladder.
I found no ladder this seed. I have no idea where it is, and yeah.
Would you like to know where it is? Because I had it pretty early. It was in level 5.
Well, that would be the top right corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't find either item in there. The land molas were chasing me too much, so I just took my try and ran.
They were guarded by... I don't remember what the ladder was guarded by off the top of my head.
Well, your options are blue dark nuts or land mola, because that's all that was
blue,
in that
yeah,
dungeon.
It was blue dark nuts. That's what it was. It was in the very left-hand side of the dungeon.
I think I went left once in that dungeon, ran into an immediate ladder block in that specific room that I went into, and said, well, I'm just going to keep going down, then that's where the Triforce was.
Oh yeah, there was one room ladder blocked, and I actually left and then went back in because I didn't have the floor drop. I thought I should at least go back and check that room, and then immediately died in that room anyway. So I was like, nah, all right, whatever. Apparently, it wasn't that important.
Eat My Steel has taken down Ganon. So Fury, how nice is it that you go through all this and then you just get to smash a 0 HP Ganon?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. After last night when I died to the pig, happily take a 0.
My Steel, out of bombs, is going to duck out of 9, presumably in search of bombs.
Could have bought bomb upgrades. They were nice.
Yeah, pretty cheap in this seed too.
Yeah, and +5, even better. I think that was the only thing I bought was both bomb upgrades. I didn't. Oh, I bought a candle too. Before finding the red candle, which kind of sucked. What can you do?
I bought a blue ring to deal with that silly room in 4.
Ah, yeah. I thought about it because I had 255 for a long time, but I liked my running speed too much, so I couldn't bring myself to do it.
I am the exact opposite. Please stop it. It's just, it's too fast. I run into everything and I die. So
I'll get there when I get there, and you're not going to tell me otherwise.
I will wrap this screen and get to the top northwest of this overworld without having to walk around.
Steel is on the right track. Also, by the way, went back into 9 in between because that made the enemies on the overworld respawn, so easier to farm for bomb chance.
Yep, Spinosaurus getting a little bit sidetracked here over to the eastern side of 9.
As everyone else has done, so no shame.
Oh, yeah.
So far, we've got 3 out of 4 runners have found the map.
Pretty obvious level 9 map location. When you have enemies in the Triforce room worth no item, it's guaranteed to be the map after killing the enemies. That I learned from somebody. Can't remember who.
Well, I learned it from you, and I probably won't remember it tomorrow.
I am convinced that
Fair enough.
being successful at Zelda 1 Randomizer is about 10% routing and skill and 90% just remembering idiosyncrasies about the game like that.
I think that's actually too low, but we'll go with that.
This will be the Red Ring room for Eat My Steel. And there you go. Steel picks up the Red Ring, because why not?
Yep, this far in and all you're trying to do is explore, you don't want to take a chance that you're going to have to start over in 9 again.
Especially with the very linear path to get in. The first 5 rooms or so are just all required. You can't go any other direction.
What was your tri-pathing, CJ?
Let's see. I got 6 first in the forest. Then I got 5 in the northeast corner with the ladder. Then I came back and got 7 with the bow. And then found pretty much nothing anywhere until Death Mountain, and I got the Triforce in 8. And then the silvers in 2. I think that's right.
Yep,
Yeah,
sounds
that's
about
right.
the same plan as I had, except I had to substitute out 7 because the circle moat blocked my Triforce.
Understandable.
Thus the grind of bombs and trying to survive the T-room pattern.
I feel like this 9 has to be holding up a bunch of people. We still have not had another finisher yet.
I just realized both bomb cranes were in the same dungeon. Is that right?
Correct.
That's
Yeah, they were a few rooms away
both
from
in
each other.
both in level 6. I guess that was. Is that level 6? With the bait block too?
I think it was 7 that had both.
Yeah, my mapping is so out of whack. I have no idea what level that is.
It was 7.
Was it 7? Wait, 7 was stacked. 2 bomb upgrades, any key, bow. Beautiful thing. Who says level 7 never has anything?
Probably Redbird.
Anyone who's played vanilla.
Yeah, probably.
Well, that was an unfortunate patch road. But it moves Eat My Steel actually in the right direction. See if this works out. Alright, we're on a good path. Need a bomb here.
Alright, heading in the right direction.
This is looking good. And the enemies weren't bad this way either, so once
Yeah,
you're
with
on the right
Red
track,
Ring,
feels like
with
you're
Red
on
Ring, you won't have a problem.
Yeah, you'd hate to find this path though without the any key.
Yeah.
zigzagging through. Maybe. You're killing everything. I assume looking for the compass.
Yeah, I think I did the same thing. I can't remember if I did the same thing. I know I was clearing rooms you wouldn't know if they were looking for the compass.
And the old man is rescued by the old woman.
GG. I suppose Zors was in the right room, but took the stairs instead of bombing down.
That happens tonight. Eat
It may have happened to everyone. Who knew? It's the logical play.
At this point, it feels like it has. Eat my steel, GG. Nice finish there.
Hey, thanks.
GG, Seal.
How about that level 9?
Level 9? How about the level 4? Good lord. Level 9 was a breeze.
The tea room?
Yeah, the dumb tea room with the blue whizzies. Oh my god.
I like to
Was
point
it-
out that I avoided that room and I finished first, so I think I had the right strat.
So how did you? What did you do then if you didn't get through that room?
I didn't. I saw that room. I noped out and never went back. I did another dungeon instead.
Because I could not find another dungeon or a triforce to dig another dungeon that wasn't ladder blocked, and who knows
Well,
where the ladder was.
I had the ladder too. So
Oh, where'd you dig that thing out
that
of?
was in level 5 in this northeast corner.
Ah, boy, okay. That
I think it was guarded by either 6 or 8 blue dark nuts. If I remember.
Okay, I missed that one. I got to try out of 5, but yeah, I didn't see the stair item in there. There was like one room in there that I think I didn't get, but I had bow and silvers and I was pretty much go mode, and I was planning on going back and getting the other triforce. So, yeah, okay,
Gotcha.
that makes sense.
I don't blame you. Who in the right mind would sit there and clear all those blue dark nuts?
I had 18 bombs. What was I gonna do? I couldn't leave them alone.
Oh, so you
Go
bought
find
the
some
bomb
Dodonkos.
upgrades
Oh, sure, I bought the bomb upgrades. I had all the money in the world.
rather
I did
than
that-
the
I
blue
did that.
ring
And
like I bought.
I did that, and I still had 255 rupees for over half the seed. There was so much money.
I don't know where I spent all my money then, besides the blue ring.
Yeah. I bought a candle and 2 bomb upgrades. And that's pretty much it. And a potion. I did buy a potion too.
Yeah, I didn't have one of those either.
And I still managed, of course, to get to 10 hearts to take a shot at Mags, and was rejected, as you would expect.
One of these days, we're gonna see a weekly with a
Hey, there's the compass.
10 heart mags. That
Oh,
is
wow.
a great find. I bet Spud is wondering, how do you get there?
What room is that? Oh, that's the room to the right of the red ring. I never went in that room. Oh, does this staircase take you to Zelda?
staircase.
That staircase takes you to Zelda. That's hilarious.
There it is.
That's the
We
actual
should have
route.
this in moments.
That's the route. Good to know.
That was the room to find.
We solved the riddle.
There's the shutter door.
What a great find.
And Spudosaurus is going to bring this home with a 128-23. GG's, chat.
We did it.
I mean, that's pretty good when the 4 on Restream are top 6.
Still
That's a
have
good number.
5 other runners going, so yeah. Not bad.
Sub 90 for all of them. Excellent work.
Chat, did you have fun tonight? If so, I don't know, give us some kind of hype or fun or whatever emote. Express your emotion in some emote tonight.
Or put Resident Sleeper if you're going to bed after this is over. Some of us have work in the morning.
There's always time for a Z1R weekly.
Oh, of course.
And just a reminder, there's plenty more Z1R going on this week as we have the Speed Gaming Live events going on. Many of these fine runners taking part in that. So be sure to follow the Speed Gaming family of channels to get alerted when that stuff's going on.
Yeah, this is as I recall, the last week for the what do they call it? The round robin round until the brackets start the week after. Should be a fun week.
I believe you are correct.
Yeah, Chess Jerk and I will be playing Wednesday.
Wednesday at 11.
I don't think we have a restream that late, probably, but
You never know. I did a restream for a race that started at 11, so it's not all around possibility.
well, we don't have anybody signed up yet. I should say, I guess.
Oh yeah,
That's 3 whole days out.
yeah. There's so much time you wouldn't believe it. I should actually check to see if anyone's even signed up yet. No,
Well,
not yet. Not
Chess Jerk, let's start with you for any final thoughts tonight.
Final thoughts are zoom, 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 go fast. That's pretty much it. That summed up the entire seed.
Sure. Eat my steel.
Burn it.
Sounds
Burn it with
legit.
fire.
Fury?
Magic boomerang, best item. Never saw it.
Ohio.
Probably in level 1, which we also never saw. Kairos, thanks for tracking tonight. Always appreciate it.
Hidden dungeon numbers grumble grumble.
Actually, make the tracker do
Every
work.
tracker ever who's had to deal with that.
Yeah. As bad as this for the runners, it's equally as bad for the tracker.
Folks, I'm Trenton. I've had fun. Threech, take it home.
Thanks everyone for joining us tonight. Had a super great time. Really well done to all of these runners in a challenging set of Pentaforce flags. So do tune in to the Speed Gaming family of channels for additional Speed Gaming Live content that is going on this week, next week. It's just going to be around for a while. So please follow the schedule, follow these runners. They do an amazing job of bringing this kind of entertainment to you. So from the Speed Gaming channel, thank you very much. I have been Threech and will continue to be Threech. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your week.